In this episode, episode 2 of the Daily Hustle, we talk about leveling expectations with your employees, having those awkward, candid conversations, and terrible sweaters.
Broadcasting from the box that rocks and Thrive15.com world headquarters, it's the Daily Hustle with Daniel McKenna.
What is going on, guys? Daniel McKenna over here, Marshall Morris over here. This is the Daily Hustle, episode 2, episode dos amigos, where we lean on the knowledge of the mentors to answer your business questions from Thrive15.com. You can also find us on Twitter and on Instagram, and Marshall's personal home address, which we will be giving away to, yesterday was a radio call-in show. Today we're going to go with, I don't know, Facebook post?
Facebook post.
That seems easier to do. Facebook post. Facebook post to win Marshall's personal address. It's pretty easy to win today. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the first question. Mr. and Master Marshall Morris. Go ahead.
We need some good jams here.
Yeah, please give me some mojo here.
We need something. We need here we go.
I should have been more prepared.
I should have been. I had one job.
You had one job.
I have 88 keys I could have pressed and I couldn't decide on one. Okay, so question number 1, okay. We have a question from is this from Theodore?
No, I don't think this is Theodore.
The next one's Theodore?
Let me see.
I think the next one's Theodore.
Yeah, the next one's Theodore.
Okay. This question says, I have run an insurance business in my town for the past 12 years. Growth has been okay, but not where I want to be. There are several things we could do better, and I really feel like several of my employees are doing just enough to keep their job because they know I'm a nice guy and won't freak out. What do you recommend that I do?
I saw this question on the list, so I went ahead and looked ahead because I was looking forward to this question. By the way, that's back-to-back days with employee questions, so apparently people with employees have questions apparently about those employees.
Yeah.
The whole management thing. Okay, so we're going to dive into this. I was excited to answer this question. I'm glad it came up today. And we have, what do we have here? We have 4 main points. 4 main points here. We're going to back it up here with some knowledge from the mentors. Number 1 is you have to embrace that your job is to create a business that allows you to achieve time freedom, financial freedom, and the pursuit of your passion and nothing else. So what does that mean? What does that mean? It means that you are deciding that if I'm a business owner, if I am running a business, if I am trying to make a profit doing the things that I do, my time freedom and my financial freedom and what I'm trying to do is what I'm pursuing. And not necessarily the good feelings of the people around me. Now, does it matter for people to have good feelings around you? Yeah. Does it matter if people feel good about coming to work? Absolutely. But you have to say, number one on the priority list is I've got to get my stuff done. I'm running this business because I have things that I want to accomplish. And to be honest, your employees don't care about those things.
Absolutely.
They just don't. They just don't. They don't care about your things, so you have to make sure that you care about your things. Okay, so let's dive into this. Tim Ferris, you might have heard of him. Tim Ferris has millions of downloads on his podcast. He's wrote multiple best-selling books. He says a person's success in life can usually be measured by the number of uncomfortable conversations he or she is willing to have. Uncomfortable conversations, Marshall.
Yeah.
That's how he's saying how their success in life can usually be measured. So Tim Ferris, he studies a lot of really important and successful people. He interviews them. He dives into their tactics, what made them good at what they do. This is what he does. Like, that's what he's spending his life doing, is kind of trying to hack being an entrepreneur, hack living, right? And he says a person's success in life can usually be measured by the number of uncomfortable conversations he or she is willing to have, meaning uncomfortable conversations are going to happen, and they have to happen for you to be successful. Because, again, it's your thing that you care about. It's not your employees' thing, because your employees' thing don't care. That your employees, they don't care about your personal goals. They don't care about what you're trying to accomplish with this business. They might like you. You might like each other. You might want to have friendly relations. But you have to realize and understand, for you to be successful, there's going to be uncomfortable conversations, and you have to embrace that and say, I am okay with that. I am cool with that. Marshall, have you seen any instances where someone is not cool with that? Someone is not cool with having the uncomfortable conversation. They say, I really like this guy, or frankly, I don't even really necessarily like this guy. I just don't really like these conversations. I don't like, I don't want to bring up anything that's going to cause strife in the workplace. I really need them to do a good job. I need them to be have you seen this?
Yeah. So the thing that we've seen in working with all of our clients, okay, that we coach with the coaching program, okay, the Thrive15.com coaching program, is nobody is going to be as passionate. Nobody's going to be as passionate about the business as the business owner. So if right now you own a business and specifically you're finding that you're getting really worked up about how unpassionate the people in your business are working towards the vision or towards the success of your business, understand that the cavalry is not coming. Nobody is coming to come help you. Your employees will never be as passionate about the success of the business as you. Now, the person that gets this the best is Dr. Zellner, CEO of Thrive15.com.
He's a big deal.
He's a big deal. So he started the optometry clinic, and he started the auto auction, okay? And we were recording the radio show, broadcasting it from 12 to 2, okay? We broadcast it from 12 to 2 every weekday, okay? You can catch it on the Thrive15 Facebook page.
Yep.
Okay? Or on 1170kfaq.com for the audio if you're listening in the workplace. But he gets it the best. He's passionate about what needs to be done in the business, and we were talking about it, and he said that specifically he will have the candid conversation, and he doesn't care about how the employee feels about whether or not they want to do that or they feel good about doing that. He just has the conversation, and when he's done, he's done. And you will literally see him, okay, that's it, I'm moving on, bye. And there's no niceties, there's no emotion attached to it, it's just what needs to be done. And he doesn't engage in those conversations because the employee will never be as passionate about him in making that business successful.
Now, best case scenario, your employees have some sort of path of where they are that gets them to their goals too.
That's right.
Best case scenario, it's a win-win, right?
Mm-hmm.
But number one is it's your business and it's your life and nobody else cares, so you have to care.
That's right.
So best case scenario, what you're doing with them is awesome, and it's a win for them too. But number one priority is you got to look out for number one. In this case, is you. That's the non PC version, super.
It's Candid.
That's the Candid version. Let's go to number two here. Number two, embrace that your business will be successful if you focus on the 3 Ps: hiring people with great character, producing a product or service that you're proud of, producing a sustainable profit margin that is bankable. Did you notice in there that none of those three were make sure that Marshall likes me?
Well, I don't.
Well, that's a different story. That wasn't supposed to be brought up on this show necessarily. That's more
show.
of a non-public conversation. We can have that
podcast.
candid conversation.
All right, that's fair.
Okay. So, but number one, hiring people with great character, that matters. For your business to be successful, that matters. To hire people with great character that you can trust, that A, want to be there, and B, have somewhere to go from there, want to build what they're doing, or maybe it just fits for their lifestyle. It's perfect. But having that great character is something that you can trust in them. Number two, producing something you are proud of. It keeps that fire going. If you're proud of what you do, proud of the job that you do, or the service you provide, or the product that you provide, it's going to keep that fire going. And then providing that you have a sustainable profit. That's going to be important too, because it's a business at the end of the day. It's not a nonprofit. It's not it's not your local church gathering. It's what you do for your living, right? So it's got to make some profit. Let's look at Jack Welch, former CEO of GE. You might have heard of him. He grew his company by, 4,000%.
This guy is one of my personal role models. I love this guy. Can you hold up that book? Book right in front of you?
Absolutely. Here we go.
Check this out.
Jack Welch.
That's one of the best books for
There it is.
management. That's one of the best books.
Jack Welch, Winning with Susie Welch. Warren Buffett says no other management book will ever be needed. That's kind of a big deal from Buffett. Okay, so he's kind of a big deal. Jack Welch, he took over when GE was struggling, turned them all the way up. He said, control your own destiny or someone else will. So what's he saying? He's saying, again, sort of back to point number one, look out for what you're trying to do. And then focus on the things that matter for your business. Focus on the things that matter for your business. Great people, a great product or service, and a great amount of profit, and your business is going to be awesome.
That's right.
Cool. Now, if you can make it a win-win for you and your employees, that's the best case scenario. That's what I would aim for, but that's not necessarily what you're in the game for. Okay. Number 3, understand that false kindness is the same as lying. Lack of candor kills businesses and hurts people. We're gonna hit you with one more Jack Welch quote, and then I want to get some Marshall marination moment here. He also said, "If you reward candor, you will get it." And here's a longer one. Here's a longer form quote here for you. He says, "Eventually, you come to realize that people don't speak their minds because it's simply easier not to. When you tell it like it is, you can easily create a mess, anger, pain, confusion, resentment. So you justify your lack of candor on the grounds that it prevents sadness or pain in another person, that not saying anything or telling a little white lie is the kind, decent thing to do. But in fact, classic philosophers like Immanuel Kant give powerful arguments for the view that not being candid is actually about self-interest, making your own life easier." Marshall.
Yeah.
Jack Welch is saying that if you reward candor, you're going to get it. And if you're not being candid, it's really because you have a problem and not because you're being nice.
That's right.
It's because you're soft.
Yeah.
It's because you're soft.
Yeah.
You're saying, I'm going to be nice to Sam and not tell him that, his sweat. Actually, I like your sweater today, Sam. I do like your sweater today. It looks good. But let's say I didn't like your sweater. It'd be like, I'm going to be nice to Sam and not tell him that his sweater is driving away customers because I don't want to make Sam feel bad.
That's right.
I want Sam to feel good about today. I want him to like being here. I spent time training Sam. I've known Sam for a lot of years. I'm going to let this one slide. It's cool, even though, it's kind of hurting the business a little bit. Not a big deal. Mm-hmm. But really what I'm really saying is I don't want to have that conversation.
That's right.
It hurts me more than it hurts Sam.
You're more uncomfortable with the conversation than the employee would be.
Talk a little bit about some of the coaching clients. Again, what we do here at Thrive15.com is we work with small businesses all over the nation and implement some of these checklists and these workflows and these things that work over and over and over. So this is a question that comes up all the time.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about some of the experience that you have in this area about people that just didn't want to talk to their employees about something that was uncomfortable to talk about.
Yeah. So it's important to understand. And for example, Arthur Greeno. Arthur, big shout out to you. Arthur Greeno, he owns multiple Chick-fil-A franchises here in the Tulsa area.
Shout out Chick-fil-A.
Shout out Chick-fil-A. For all these shout outs, we should really get something.
Keeping some sort of list.
Anyways, personally love Chick-fil-A because they do a lot of things right. They are the role model, the epitome of doing things right. And one of the things that he talks about is they have the checklist, they have the franchisable system, they have the workflow of what's supposed to be done, and they are so fastidious about training their employees time and time again. So when they find that a checklist is not completed, the manager has to go to the employee and say, one of two things happened. Did you not know what to do, or did you not care?
Those are the only two options.
Only two options, because they know they've gone through the training, and they know that potentially you want to believe that they care, but that polarizes that candid conversation immediately, and it's uncomfortable for people. Now, you can't just go and blindside people, say, hey, I've not provided you any training, and I'm expecting you to know what to do. It doesn't work like that.
You can't do that.
But you got to take them through training, and once they've showcased, the employees have showcased that they know what to do, is it that they didn't know, didn't have the resources to do their job, or did they not care to do it? And when you frame it like that, the employee's like, well, it was maybe a lack of effort today. Maybe it was, I was kind of, off in Gaga land.
But it's part of their system that the manager has to have this conversation.
Yeah, you got to address it. So David Robinson, in one of our Thrive 15 trainings, he talks that candid feedback has to be immediate. You can't see a behavior a week ago and decide to correct it today, because then there isn't an association. You address it immediately and head on, and that's what we've coached all of our clients to do. And they found that when you have the candid conversation, you're holding people accountable, and on the other side, you are rewarding and incentivizing positive behavior. What happens in the middle is a form of respect for the manager. So you have candid accountability, and then you have positive incentivized behavior. right in between becomes respect. You can't have one without the other. Can't have one without the other.
Got to have a kick and a carrot.
Kick and a carrot.
Okay.
Okay.
I guess it was a stick and a carrot is the actual.
Yeah. Stick it. Yeah. Carrot and a
kick
stick.
Or a stick.
Hug and a kick. Carrot and a stick.
Well, you're transitioning well for me, and I appreciate that, because the last point here, number 4 here, is you got to hug, kick, and then hug again. This is how you're actually going to deal with it, right?
That's right.
Okay, so let's say I go up to Sam, and I'm like, Sam's sweater is really, really awful today. So how am I going to do this? I'm not going to say, Sam, that sweater looks like maybe, somebody died on a couch, and then you took that couch and you put it on as a sweater, is what it looks like. I wouldn't say that.
I hope not.
I wouldn't say that. Well, what I would do is I would establish a little bit of trust here with Sam. Say, hey, Sam, I see that you're doing well in this. You're doing a great job filming the show. I appreciate your efforts. By the way, I just want to make sure you knew, leveling expectations here, that sweater of yours isn't good for our company because we have a certain image that we're trying to uphold, and that sweater is really not fitting with that image. So I need you to never wear anything like that again, because I respect you and I want you to be here. You're doing a great job. So keep up the good work. Just make sure you don't wear that sweater again, and I will see you in the meeting at 4 p.m. Right? So there's a hug. There's a hug in the beginning. Hey, I recognize that you're working hard. I recognize you're doing these things well. There's the kick in the middle, which is a soft kick in this case because it was the first time I've had the sweater conversation with Sam, which, by the way, I've never had a sweater conversation with anybody. So I like this example. This is the first time I've had this conversation with Sam, so it's a soft kick. It's a, hey, based on expectations, let's level expectations where we want to be. Can't do that. Never do that again. Never do that again. And, by the way, I do appreciate what you're doing. Hug, kick, hug.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen any instances of this working well?
Oh, yeah.
With people here the people here in the building that you help manage, and you manage the timelines and getting stuff done. Talk about this a little bit.
There was a second issue. It wasn't a sweater conversation.
Oh.
But it was regarding executing and getting work done.
Okay.
So check this out. It was the second time I was having the conversation. So I said, hey, I really think that you're an honest, high-integrity person. Okay? I think you mean well.
Yeah.
But I said, if you continue to not work hard and do X, Y, and Z,
yeah,
I am going to fire you at the end of the week. I said that. Okay? Now, that probably wasn't a very comfortable conversation.
Sure.
Okay? But it got the point across immediately because we had been through the handbook.
Yep.
Said individual knew that he was not doing the things that were agreed upon in the employee onboarding manual, and he knew it. It wasn't like a gray area. He knew that he was not following it. And so that made, because I had the confidence that we had previously addressed that, to say, if you continue to not do it, this is the second time that I've had this conversation. If you continue to not do it, I plan to fire you at the end of the week. Okay? And, said individual, I really appreciate you being able to receive this very constructively, and I appreciate you for bringing me a Red Bull this morning.
Well, there you go.
And I said that, and I sincerely meant that.
So one big thing there you did is you leveled expectations.
Yeah.
It was written in the handbook, but you also said, hey, I'm watching you. You read the handbook. I've read the handbook. We know these are the rules. You leveled the expectations.
Yeah.
So, hey, I know that you know this and I know this, so kind of a call out there. Secondly, this is what happens if you don't do this.
Yeah.
This is this is the end result if you decide that, you know what, read the handbook, not important to me. Okay, you can't be here.
Yeah. Yeah, so every employee will fall to the expectations that you hold them accountable to.
That's good. Is that a Marshall Morris original?
I don't know. I don't know what happened. I just blacked out.
We have to Google that. I don't know where he stole that from. Sam, did he steal that quote from you? Okay, he stole that. He stole that from Sam. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Go ahead and give that to him one more time because that was really good.
Okay. Your employees will always fall to the expectation that you hold them accountable to.
That's good.
Yeah.
It's really good. Okay, well, we have another question, but we spent a lot of time on that really good question, so we're going to go on to the daily wins of the week here.
Daily wins of the week.
We're going to go ahead and jump into this. I do need some theme music, though. I need some love. I need some mojo.
I got it.
Okay. I feel like this is like a, not really game show, more like, almost like it's an old like Sadie Hawkins dance type, they get the band up there. There's people dancing and stuff like that. So I need you to announce this.
Oh my God.
I need you to announce the daily wins of the week. Like, you ever seen that Johnny Cash movie? What's that Johnny Cash movie?
Walk the Line?
Is that it? Yeah, that might be it. Yeah. You know what scene I'm talking about. All the shows they play at like the high schools and all the girls are screaming and stuff like that. I need you to announce the daily wins of the week as if you are Johnny Cash in one of those scenes.
I don't know if I can do that.
You just got to give it your best shot here. We just got to go for it.
All right. And ladies and gentlemen, now featuring the daily wins of the week.
I mean, it didn't sound at all like Johnny Cash,
No.
but I did like the effort. I
don't do a Johnny Cash impression.
Okay, well maybe next time. I mean, the music isn't really Johnny Cash at all.
Not at all.
I don't know why that was the visual that came in my mind. I don't really know. But let's dive into it. Cryomed Clinic. This is one of the ones that you've worked with personally as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so they spent $42 on Facebook leads.
That's right.
Go ahead and give me some of the early returns here.
So early returns, they last week got 23 leads from their Facebook ads. Okay. And they just basically have a no-brainer offer that they run every single week. And we run the Facebook ads, and it generates all these leads. And then they have their team that is dedicated to just booking appointments. We do ongoing training every single week to book appointments. That's all we care about, getting the people in for consultation. Free consultation. It's awesome. Okay. And then their team, the experience in working with them is just unbelievable. It's second to none.
Yeah.
And so once the client is in there, they have the opportunity. They do the cryo spa, the cryotherapy spa. They do Botox. They do compression sleeves. They do facials. It is incredible.
Did they pay for a commercial?
No, but we should definitely start getting paid for all these commercials.
I feel like they just paid for a commercial and I didn't even know about it.
But that is the genius behind it.
Okay.
They get all these leads. Their conversion, their no-brainer offer is awesome. You book the appointment, and then you convert them into a paying customer.
Okay, so they had $42 spent.
Yep.
You said 23 leads.
Yep.
My tally says early returns here, six confirmed bookings.
Yeah. So that's like 6 or 20. About 25%.
About 25%. So they're booking about 25%. What do they charge?
It'll probably be about 80 to $120 per person.
80 to 120, so average $100.
Yeah.
So you book 6 of them.
Yeah.
You just made $600 off of $42 of advertising.
That's right.
That's a good ROI.
That's a great ROI.
So you got the no-brainer ad. They knew who they were talking to. They hit a bunch of people with leads. They followed up on those leads, and now they're turning that into money.
That's right.
Sweet. That's great. All right. So for you people at home that think this is all kind of neat, our whole deal here is to offer you a ton of value, offer answers to some of your questions by leaning on the knowledge of the mentors. But what we do here in this building is help small businesses and small business leaders just like you. So if you are someone that wants to come out to one of our workshops, Sam, show them the workshop here. Show them right up here. Show them the workshop. And then Sam, can you see out there at all? Can you see the benches? Can you see the benches and the tables and the speakers and the DJ stand and there's a blue carpet out there. That part doesn't matter as much, but can you see all that out there? Okay, so what we do here on Thursdays and Fridays is we have Thrive15.com workshops. There will be one here tomorrow.
That's right.
In fact, I hope we get one of them on the show with us tomorrow. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
It'd be fun. So what they do is they come in here to get a 2-day hardcore bam, 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 bam that really, really, really changes their business and can change your business too. Okay, so go on to Thrive15.com, fill out the business evaluation, find out where you are, how your business ranks. You're going to get a free copy of the Thrive book. Show them the Thrive book right there. You're going to get a free ebook. No, not that one, the other one.
Oh, 3.
I think. Is it the other one?
No, they get this one.
They get that one.
Yep.
They get a free copy of the Start Here book. Legitimately, I've read this thing. I've read a lot of books. This book is going to be the best business book you've ever had if you're trying to build a business. This is going to be an incredible book for you. And the workshop is going to change what you do in your business. In 2 days, you're going to have so many action steps and so much knowledge of what you can execute on in your business. It's going to be a game changer. I promise you that. I promise you that. So go on to thrive15.com, fill out a business evaluation, get that book for free, and talk to one of our coaches. See what's a good fit for you. See if it's a good fit for you or not. I promise you it's going to be huge for you and your business. Okay, Marshall Morris. I'm Daniel McKenna. Marshall, anything else for the people out here? I know, we had some Johnny Cash references today. That's new.
Is that a new shirt?
No.
New shirt?
No, certainly not.
Okay.
No, certainly not. It's not.
I've never seen you wear it before.
I think I've worn it before. I have definitely worn it before.
I've never seen it.
Okay. Well, until next time, make sure you stay aggressive out there. Work towards what you actually want. This is The Daily Hustle. Marshall Morris, Daniel McKenna. We'll see you next time.